we've got to keep an open mind. I know you've covered the fact of looking at other countries. Tell me a little bit more of what you advise businesses to do.
I guess the first thing to say is don't even think about it unless you've got a passion for it. Because you need that passion oozing out of the pores of your skin, you know. If you're going to convince people, whether they're people to invest in your business, whether they're customers or whatever, that passion's got to be infectious. If it's not there, don't even bother, almost. But saying you've got that passion, what needs to go with that is the real focus. And I guess for me, an awful lot of us see that end objective perhaps as being the goal. But I see it as lots of end games, and you've got to go a step at a time and have an end game. You've got to say, that's the goal I'm getting, that's where I want to be in 3 years' time. But then you've just to work out the steps along the way and be disciplined about that, really going for it. You need good advice. You need good advice around you. It's very easy to get hold of someone, if you like me, someone of our sort of background, who can just give you a bit of advice and just avoid you going into the elephant traps, you know. So focus is important. A bit of advice is important. That's objective, wholly objective, unsentimental advice. And you probably won't get that from your family. And the other thing is this can-do attitude. You've got to be tenacious. Never, ever take no for an answer. I mean, never. And I really mean that. Never take no for an answer. Just keep going at it. You've only got to read some of the books of people like Richard Branson or whatever and how they got where they've got. And I guess tenacity was one of the big assets they all had. Don't allow yourself to get knocked back. Yeah, it's hell. Being rejected is hell, whether you're being rejected by a financier or a client or whatever. But you've got to handle those knocks and get through it, and you've got to really be tenacious about it. And I think the other thing, you know, I'd say is you've got to have a smile as well. Don't make it too difficult. I was really intrigued. I picked up a bit of research recently, which was done in the business world, why people follow other people. And it was something like 90% or 95% said, I follow people because of a feeling of fun, energy and excitement. That's what people want. And that's what you as a leader need to exhibit, fun, energy and excitement. And an awful lot of that comes from really loving what you're doing, you know, and going for it. And then getting those people around you who complement your skills. I think that's the other trick. They don't necessarily have to work for you, but people around you. Recognise the areas you're weaker in. And I don't mean necessarily just the technical skills, but it may be the people skills as well. It may be the emotional intelligence side. Make sure you've got people around you that complement whatever it is you're doing. And then go for it.